Jon Najarian, I'd like you to weigh in because you bring a unique perspective in the way that you're viewing the market, both short-term and long-term, as you told us yesterday. Thinking about lightening up all across your portfolio. In fact, you've done that. Well, I think your comment yesterday was, raising cash everywhere at this point. Cautious about the near term, but what about Tom Lee's outlook? Okay, you may have a little bit of a pullback coming into the beginning part of the year, but then you start to ramp up pretty well.
Yep. Yeah, and Scott, my outlook, without knowing that Tom Lee felt this exact way, when I read your note, Tom, this morning, I loved it, because I love when I'm on the same page with somebody who's as bright and accurate about the market as you have been and as you are. So with that said, Scott, as I've been lightening up, I've also in another Tom Lee trade, which is Bitcoin. As I've coming out of cash, I'm not just going to let it sit there. I put it into Bitcoin from, as we told our folks on our roundtable, we started buying on the dip from 19,000 back to 16,000. I turned a lot of the cash that we had into Bitcoin and have been buying it all the way up to 20 yesterday. And now today, it explodes to almost silly time numbers. 23.7, I think, was where it topped out so far today. So what I'm looking at, Scott, is the real possibility that we do see some sort of a 10% correction, whether it's January, February. That's the time frame I'm looking at. And I want to be able to commit capital back into some of the best stocks at that time. I don't have that crystal ball to know which ones are going to fall enough to make it really interesting to me. I'll tell you, the ones I hold the most are the ones that I think during the dark times of January and February are going to still be in demand, and that is Apple. You already heard about the 96 million handsets that they've ordered, which is much bigger than their last round over at Apple. I think Microsoft, it doesn't have to be the shutdown stocks that Tom talked about back in March, but those tech stocks, Scott, I think are still going to be focused for me. I don't know that they're going to get the big whoosh downward, but whatever does get the big whoosh downward, that's where I'll be looking to commit more capital after I've taken these profits now.